All right, good evening. This is Luke Thomas, Holmquist here at the Earthquake Forecast Center. It is August 15th, Sunday, August 15th at 8:55 in the evening. 8:55 in the evening on August 15th, Sunday. And we are going to look at the current forecast around the world. And we've added a couple cities as well. We're going to go to first, I want to go over this. We had in Tokyo, our risk was for a strong earthquake in the morning of the 14th. You can see this on the Sendai and Tokyo risk level was very high in the morning of the 14th. And this has happened before, where you'll have a spike in risk, for example, in Anchorage, and you'll have an earthquake way out in the Aleutian Islands somewhere. But we had this 6.9 earthquake that hit down in Southwest Alaska. Well, it hit in the morning, 4 in the morning, so it corresponded perfectly with this risk level in the Anchorage forecast. But also, we had a spike in risk in Tokyo in northern Japan. It should have hit in northern Japan. We were expecting about a 7.0 and nothing showed up. Well, what did show up is the energy was released over here as a 6.9 in Southwest Alaska. So every once in a while, you'll get a risk in one country, and a little farther away from that country, you will see the energy be released. And here's how it works. The energy is released from the sun through coronal mass ejections, and that energy is captured by the Earth's magnetic field and is pulled into the Earth, and the Earth becomes a little bit larger every time it does that. Coronal mass ejection comes into the Earth through the magnetic fields, it's sucked in into the Earth, and the Earth has to expand to release that energy. So that's how these earthquakes happen. You can look over at on YouTube and look up expanding Earth. There's a great video about that. Excuse me. And so that's kind of our philosophy here at Earthquake Forecast Center, how this works. You'll have a coronal mass ejection. It's caught by the Earth's magnetic field, is pulled into the Earth, and then is released as an earthquake as the Earth expands. You can look this up, Expanding Earth, on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about there. So let's go back to the rest of the forecast. We'll start with Anchorage, Alaska. And we had that 6.9 at 4 in the morning, exactly when that peak was there. And now this spike in risk is in the morning of the 16th. That should produce about a 3.4. And we're getting better at the magnitude because we're calibrating each city after we've received an earthquake like this, so we can tell what the next peak in risk is going to be. And this one is about a 3.4 in the morning of the 16th in the Anchorage area. All right, let's go to Bakersfield. We have a strong spike in risk in Southern California. Looking for a 5.0 to 6.0. Right now, it looks like about a 5.4 to 5.6. We'll know better about this tomorrow. And the most likely spot for it to hit is down in the Salton Sea, Los Angeles area. So strong earthquake, 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is likely on August 18th in Southern California. That's spike in risk there. You can see in the Coalinga forecast, there's also a strong spike. And all these spikes in risk are happening right about the same time, about 4 p.m. in the afternoon on August 18th. So that's when we're expecting this quake to hit in Southern California, right around 4 p.m. on August 18th, which is, what is that, Wednesday? It is, well, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's Wednesday because today is the 15th. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So about Wednesday afternoon, about 4 o'clock. All right, Coalinga, the same message. El Centro is where the quake should hit. It's a very strong spike in risk down there, and the highest risk level, which is about 6.4 in variance from the average. So looking for about a 5.0 to 6.0, most likely a 5.4 to 6.0 earthquake near El Centro, San Diego, and Los Angeles area. And there it is, about 4 p.m. on August 18th. All right, Eureka also has a very strong spike in risk there on the 18th. And you could get about a 4.0 to 5.0 in Northwest California during that peak in risk on the 18th. And Hawaii has a small spike in risk on the 18th as well for about a 3.5. Los Angeles, same thing, 4 p.m. on August 18th, about a 5.0 to 6.0. And Reno, Nevada also has a spike of risk on the 18th, and a 4.0 is possible up there. Ridgecrest, same thing, about 4 p.m. on August 18th, 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake is possible, most likely again near Los Angeles. And Salt Lake City, there's a spike in risk on the 15th. San Diego, spike in risk on the 18th at about 4 p.m. as well. Again, about a 5.4 to 5.6 is most likely to hit down near San Diego, Salton Sea, and Los Angeles. San Francisco, this is interesting. We're getting more data coming in for San Francisco Bay, and it looks like this first spike in risk on the 18th could produce about a 4.2 in the San Francisco Bay on the 18th. And a much stronger spike in risk is coming on. This is still out in the future, but we'll have a better idea in the next few days. It could be a possible 5.3 earthquake in the San Francisco Bay on August 21st. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get more data, as it gets closer to us in Santa Maria. Again, the spike in risk at 4 p.m. on the 18th of August, 5.0 to 6.0 earthquake, most likely near the Salton Sea in Los Angeles. Seattle, Washington, there's a 4.0 is possible on the 16th to the 17th of August. And in Athens, Greece, we have a spike here early in the morning on the 18th, late on the 17th, early on the 18th, and that could produce a 5.5 earthquake. All right, and in the Caribbean, we had this 7.2 earthquake in Haiti when this risk peaked in Puerto Rico on the morning of the 14th. We had a spike in risk around noon on the 14th in Port-au-Prince, and the quake hit in the morning. And another smaller spike in risk on the 16th coming up. And that could produce about a 4.0 to 5.0 aftershock, most likely, in west of Port-au-Prince. In Santiago, Chile, a 5.0 earthquake is possible on August 18th in Santiago area. Indonesia, a 5.0 is possible on August 16th. And again, on the morning of August 19th or late on the 18th on this spike here. Lima, Peru, possible 5.0 late on the 17th, and 5.5 is possible late on the 18th or early on the 19th of August. And in Taiwan, the risk is falling off after that 4.6 right there on that peak. And one more we have is in Tokyo again. This spike in risk here was produced at 6.9 in Southwest Alaska. This one here is a possible 4.5 on the 20th of August. This spike in risk in the morning here produced a 4.3, I believe. Let's check on that real quick. Right there, it was a 4.3 earthquake hit west of Tokyo, and that happened on this spike in risk in the morning of the 16th. That produced a 4.3. This one here on the 20th should produce about a 4.5 earthquake. All right. Once again, we'll just review real quick, looking for a strong earthquake in Southern California on August 18th, most likely in the area from Los Angeles to the Salton Sea, and about a 5.4 to 5.6 is likely at that time. So if you watch some of our forecasts in the last few days, in the last 10 to 12 days, actually, we've been talking about a 3.0 is possible, 3.2 is possible. And we've been calibrating the forecast in California. So this is very likely to happen. A 5.4 to 5.6 is likely to happen on the 18th. And all the data is showing about 4 p.m. So about 4 p.m. on August 18th, strong earthquake in Southern California. All right. We will keep you updated every day here at quakeprediction.com, Earthquake Forecast Center. Please tell your friends and family to watch out for August 18th at 4 p.m. in Southern California. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night, Monday night. Thank you so much.